in the playoffs. So if you watched any of the NBA yesterday, and look, even if you're this guy that plays this game, I can't stand the NBA. All they do is travel, and everybody is. I can't. It's ridiculous. It's too woke. All of that. Okay. If you watch an NBA, even if you watch the last 2 minutes of a close game, the athleticism and the competitive nature of these games, especially in the playoffs, unbelievable. I'm not a big NBA guy, but in the playoffs, I'll turn it on. And I'll watch a couple regular season games here and there, but the playoffs, they go at it. The Nets, Celtics went at it yesterday. Tatum has the game winner on. I can't believe he spun the way that he spun. Laid it in. Did you watch that game, producer Matt? It was something.
It was everything you want in a sporting event.
I agree with you. Back and forth.
Close
hate.
game.
They absolutely, in Boston, hate Kyrie Irving. Yeah. Good, solid sports hate. Formerly played there. They don't like him. He plays for the Nets now. He had 39. You thought he's putting his team on his shoulders. He's winning this basketball game. There's no way he's losing this game. Well, they run an out-of-bounds play. Boston does at the end. Tatum finds his way open. Bang, makes a guy, kind of sidesteps a guy at the end, lays the bucket up. Game over. Celts win. The C's win. So, during the game, though, they're just giving it to Kyrie Irving. I mean, giving it to him. So, he pulls, and this is where there's a camera everywhere society, you're never going to get away with this. But more power to him, I guess, for trying to get away with it or saying, I don't care if I get away with it. I'm getting my message out there. He's standing ready to inbound the ball. And these people behind him are just giving it to him. Just giving it to him. So he takes both his hands and puts them on the back of his head, right? Like both hands on the back of his head as he's standing, as if he's like really tired. Like, I'm going to rest my hands on the back of my head. But he had the double barrel, middle finger, double bird right at the people standing behind him. And those people are like, and that just incited them more, right? And he's playing it off real nonchalant. So in the postgame, of course, he's asked about it because it caught every camera in the world. Here's Irving.
It looked like there were a couple times where you gave the fans the finger. I'm curious, was there anything that you thought crossed the line today, and are you the kind of guy that gets motivated by kind of going back and forth with the fans? Do you kind of use that internally as something to fire you up?
Look, I'm just where I'm from. I'm used to all these antics and people being close nearby. It's nothing new when I come into this building, what it's going to be like. But it's the same energy they have for me, and I'm going to have the same energy for them. And it's not every fan. I don't want to attack every fan, every Boston fan. But, when people start yelling and you and all this stuff, it's but so much you can take as a competitor. And, we're the ones expected to be docile and be humble and take a humble approach. Nah, that's the playoffs. This is what it is. I know what to expect in here, and it's the same energy I'm giving back to them. It is what it is. I'm not really focused on it. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? And again, where I'm from, I've dealt with so much. So coming in here, you relish it as a competitor. And this is, I'm going to keep repeating myself when I say again, but this isn't my first time in TD Garden. So what you guys saw and what you guys think is as entertainment, or the fans think is entertainment, all is fair in competition. So if somebody's going to call me out of my name, I'm going to look at them straight in the eye and see if they really about it. Most of the time, they're not.
Let's go! Let's go! You know what? I love it. The way that sports fans behave and then try to victimize themselves is one of the most weird dynamics in our civilized society. I've never understood it. I've never understood this. And I think everything he said right there is absolutely spot on. And now, he didn't say all this, but I'll go ahead and project it a little more. So what he's pretty much saying is, you pay money to come watch me perform. Okay? Like, I'm not paying to watch you. Keep that in mind from the very baseline level of all this. All those people paid to come watch him because he's performing at an optimal level. Then when you get there, you harass the guy a lot of times with swear words and things. Okay? And then when you're met with like action, not even like action, because he didn't turn around and yell and scream and swear. He just gave him the middle finger. Then it gets into a question. Let's even forget victimizing themselves. Let's just dial it back one layer. It gets into a question we need to have a conversation. Was he right or was he wrong? Was a guy like Kyrie Irving right or wrong? For me, it's a whole step before that. What compels people when they go to games to just say and do ridiculous things? And there's like this magic wall right there. There's like, you would never, ever, ever, ever say, Kyrie Irving, he's not the most he's like 6'3", 200 pounds. He still would eat your lunch and out on the street. But what compels people to do that? And then if he meets you with a like action, then we have a discussion on, was he right or wrong? It's just his workplace. That's what he does. And it's a different workplace. I get it. He's not an insurance agent. He's not a guy on the radio. He's not an iron worker, steel worker, whatever. People don't go and harass those guys. It comes with the territory a little bit. But that discussion and I'm not saying everybody goes and acts and sits on their hands and then just cheers for their team and goes, yay, go Celtics. I don't think that should happen. But the stuff that those guys hear, it's crazy. And the crazier part is, a lot of times it's otherwise normal people that like wake up and go to work then today. It was like, how was your time at the Celtics game? Oh, it was great. What did you do? Oh, man, crazy game. Tatum makes that game winner, huh? How was your time? What did you do? Oh, I IMF'd Kyrie Irving the whole time. Wait, huh? How do people turn into that person at games? That's the part I don't get. I don't get that at all. Like, what switch flicks where you go, I'm a regular suburban guy because I got a bunch of money. I'm going to go sit in these nice seats. But when I get there, I'm going to use my energy to swear at this guy. What does that do for your brain? I've never understood what sense of accomplishment that gives people. So good on Irving for giving a 1,000% honest answer, and I like it. Now, he'll be fine. He'll probably get $25,000 fine. You know, Kyle Kuzma got $15K earlier this year for a finger, just one finger. That was two. And Irving will be fined $25,000, both for the fingers and then the post-game comments like, I don't care about the finger at all. Neil